Coach's Corner is brought to you by Carilion Clinic Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game.
Welcome to another edition of the Carilion Clinic Coach's Corner. I'm Brian Gardner. He's the head coach, Dan Bremner. And Dan, let's talk about your team. A lot of improvements it looked like this weekend with the 3 games and 3 nights after kind of a rough start on Thursday. On Friday and Saturday it was some good hockey.
Yeah, very disappointed in the effort on Thursday night, and we had a meeting, we talked about it, and I was very happy with the response to that, and kind of going forward the next 2 games, Friday and Saturday, the effort was much better.
It seemed like it kind of clicked on Friday in Knoxville, and the goals just poured out, especially when the third period after you guys took the lead. It was just bang, bang, a couple more, and that felt like a weight off. It really seemed like for everybody in the team. Do you agree?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you could see kind of the weight melting away from a few guys. But the big thing was how we were doing it. I think almost all of the goals that night were within 5-6 feet of the crease. So we talked about having that aggression, that violent effort around the net.
That's the thing. It seemed like when you guys were struggling, I mean, the pretty goals were coming. The power play was great, but the gritty goals might have been what it was missing, and that's what showed up. You talk about on Saturday, and then a little bit more also. On Friday, and then on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, that's something we've talked about. We've been working to address the last few weeks. It's great to see when you're putting in the work some of the benefit coming from it.
On Saturday night, I thought you were the better team for pretty much the entirety of the game, and it just, sometimes it bounces that way, and a couple of goals get in against you, and even when you tie it, then quickly they got one back. And did you kind of have the same read?
I think we dominated some puck possession. I think we got away from shooting the puck a little bit, another thing that we've kind of addressed over the last few games, and we were holding it a bit long. But in a 3-3, we talked about going in against Birmingham. They have some players that can capitalize. We talked about their big 3 up front, and all of them ended up with 2 points. So it's something where, with some younger guys on the back end there, you really got to bear down when you know what opponents are out there.
You mentioned younger guys, and some of the new guys looked pretty good, though, this week, as the couple of 2 new defensemen got a lot of ice time, Kyle Gonzalez and Nick Calpuzos, and then Bobby Watson, obviously, with a goal in his first game on Friday. New additions. You liking what you're seeing?
Yeah, we're trying to get faster, and I think all of them brought an element of speed. Our back end is definitely faster. Like I said, with the young factor, they got some work to do, but the foot speed's great, and Bobby Watson is just a motor up front.
Finally, 1 game this week. You got Friday off, which is so rare in the SPHL, and all systems go for Saturday, huh?
It is, yeah, and we're focused on one opponent this weekend. We will know them inside and out, and I think as long as we show up with the same effort we had the last 2 games, results are going to be coming.
Dan, we can't wait. This has been the Carilion Clinic Coach's Corner.